here we are. Welcome back to Outbound. We are currently in the canyon still. The big question is, do we push forward in our current area, see what other resources we may have available, or do we head back down for that new blueprint? I think that the exploration of this area where we found the new mushrooms that we were looking for probably be a good idea right now. Let me get something to eat. No, don't need a cup of coffee yet. And I broke my rule and I suck. I know. I built the cake maker and we have the ability to make cornbread, banana bread, and carrot cake. Now, we made one carrot cake because that's all the water I had. It does 50, which is not bad. Running out of room inside my little hut here. I did not mean to. So let's get this closed. Not get locked in, because that's what I do.
Ready to roll.
Yes, we are. And we're just going to plow forward. I'm still overjoyed at being able to find those mushrooms so that we could get... Well, I guess we still have one more of the buildings at the research center to open, and it dawned on me because, you know, I'm not a bright man, that each building was one of the biomes, one of the areas. So we've finished the area for the canyon, so we've found everything in the canyon, or at least found the stuff they wanted us to. Pick up one more of these mushrooms because I get the feeling that I'm going to want them. Which tells me that the stuff for the next building comes from the mountain. And we've got a gnome up here. And I got to have my gnomes. Okay, nothing I'm missing up in here. Billmorn, the seaside miner. Well, alrighty then. I want to try and push just a little bit further. Yeah, I see that it's getting dark and it's nighttime already because I took 5 minutes to build the little cake maker off camera. I don't usually do that sort of stuff. I try not to do anything off camera. Mostly because I feel that the building, the resource gathering is all part of the game loop. And no, it's not exciting, but I don't have an exciting channel. I have a relaxed channel. And apparently a water well in the distinct middle of nowhere. And it's a broken well. Well, that wasn't on my radar. Let's see what's over here. I think it's actually... Nope, just a couple crates. Okay, but it is something. Using typical video game knowledge of anything that is colored odd is movable and or special.
I should clean this up.
Enough for another ticket or two. All right, Brodus, let's get back to the van. Looks like I lived up to my usual make it 3 feet before I hop back out. I think, though I don't have it confirmed, but I think what they did was the stamina doesn't last as long at night, so you get tired quicker, rather than just make it so you can't run at all. Day 128. It's a long camping trip.
A fresh new day.
For some reason, I thought those bushes over there were ginormous pumpkins. I no longer believe that to be true. So just that one small area has the mushrooms that we needed. I feel a little less silly for not finding them then.
Perfect for the next project.
Probably not perfect, but possibly useful. We've had so few interactions with any other creatures. Well, except for Brutus here. It's hard to remember that this isn't supposed to be or isn't intended to be like a survival game, you know, your typical world is abandoned, you're on your own kind of thing. We need adamant metal, which we don't have yet for that. Okay. Needed power cells. What was it I was missing for those? Willing to bet the electronics were what we were missing. Because I need 8 of these battery components. So we're going to be working on that for a minute.
Time to hit the road.
Okay, I see the path. I was trying to figure out how to get back to the little research center. Turns out we're on the path. Or at least effectively the only one that matters. As always, hoping everybody's having a blessed day. Nice day. Getting some time out in the sun, enjoying yourself. Hopefully you have a hobby to take part in. If not, just taking a day of relaxation is also good. I suppose even if you have a hobby, it's good to take a day and just relax. Because I hadn't heard anything from the dealer working on my motorcycle. If you'll remember, I had a I had a crash back in March. Hadn't heard from him in a while. I got a bunch of it. Has some really good tracking software built into it, and it will tell me basically if anybody touches it. And last week I got a bunch of vibration alerts. And so I expected they'd gotten the last part in. And we're going to call me to... Oh, I forgot to get the damn thing out of the van. And somehow I left the bottle cap behind. But they never did call. So I went and checked today. Waiting on one piece that goes right behind, or kind of wraps around behind the windshield. The downside is it's not there, obviously, or I'd have the bike coming back at this point. Oh, shouldn't have ate that. Should just take one. The manager of the parts department, or no, not the parts department, the service department, does custom automotive building in his own company, and he said he was going to see if he could just polish out the scratches that were left,
I'm doing my part.
which would be nice. So I may get it done soon. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and take the bread press because I have no reason not to. So there's, okay, yeah, one dome left for the research center. And my guess is all of those come from the mountains. Though that may just be a overly bold thought on my part. And maybe I get my bike back pretty soon. Okay, so we've got electronics, which means I probably need more sheet metal. And more bolts. If I was real smart, I'd actually do the math and look and see what I have and all that, but we don't do those sorts of things in this house. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be far wiser to do it. But that's not something we let get in our way here. And I still don't have any water, so that's still not happening. So we need chrome ore and rose minerals from the mountain to get that done. We need strong weave, which we actually can do. You know, what would help is if I actually counted how much I needed. I need 6. I wonder if I have any. Probably not. Can only do 5. But we're making more of this. Anyway, I obviously can't tell a story and play a game at the same time. Things are getting there. Hopefully I will feel safe when I get back to full health and I feel like I can ride again. I really want to. But you never know till you put your leg over the bike how you're going to feel about it and how much the anxiety is going to hit. Oh, cool. Need some more paint anyway. Blossom wood planks. We have blossom wood. And I'm assuming this can now make those planks. Oh, we can make quite a few tickets here. Okay. Might as well use up some of the power.
Drop off some stuff.
Otherwise, we're not doing much with it. Oh, let my tires get low. I need one more strong weave. I think I have seriously underestimated how many materials I need. Unless it's one of those where it's designed where you can't get everything. Man, I don't know why that keeps doing that. Okay. And rose minerals, which we have to get from the mountains. Okay. Ah. Might as well start heading for...
Ready to roll.
See if we can get back... Whoa. Let the dog catch up. Get over to that signal tower. Though in all honesty, we haven't been having a problem with battery capacity. Mostly due to my inability to concentrate and stay on task, so... Small blessings, right? I do want to look... what is going to be actually the fastest way there. I'm going to assume it's going to involve staying on the road. It's a bold assumption, but, you know, I live life on the edge. See, the funny part is I'm actually still holding the control to go forward. I wonder if that's a problem with the controller or with the game. Because if I let off the control and press it again, if I let off the trigger and press it again, we start moving. I just saw this path on the map and realized we haven't gone down there, so we're going to go down there and see what there is to see. Just notice we're down to 7 coupons, 7 download tickets. That's not a whole lot.
Wow. What a view.
Just checking for gnomes and or cairns. Benches on a rock. I sincerely doubt that's
Crafting.
what the attraction is called, but there is, however, a bottle cap and a piece of litter. And I think we have several download tickets getting made. Yeah, I'm not going down there. Man, this game is just not liking my controller today. As you hear things rattle, I apologize. All right, now the controller's just plugged in.
A fresh new day.
And we now have plenty of paint. We do not have sugar or adamant metal. Yeah, that's not even like headed toward what's going to happen. See if we can start making some glass. We needs to bust up some moss rock.
Time to hit the road.
Okay, this time I promise I'm going to get closer to the actual signal tower. Why is that not? That's not supposed to happen. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bad driver. Don't drive and look at the map, apparently.
I'll put this in storage.
You know what? I'm going to need redwood. Darn it. Why am I not seeing redwood? There it is. We're still not getting beeswax. But maybe we're only supposed to have... No, that doesn't make sense either. We should still be getting some beeswax. Well, dude found a place to camp that is certainly getting away from it all.
Look at that.
And no, with that fire, I would not be worried about forest fire because what in the name of all that's holy would catch fire out here? Since it is not actually possible to catch stones on fire.
Interesting rock formation.
I'm assuming they mean this one. And a cairn. Because yes, let's assume that that campfire actually caught the tent on fire. After that, what burns? What burns? Nothing burns. I don't even know if we could tell that the rocks were hotter. I would imagine these rocks get plenty hot in the middle of the summer. And yes, I lied. I did not just go straight in for getting to the next signal tower. Where's my dog? There's my dog. I fully meant to do that. It just obviously didn't happen. Now we're watering our mushrooms and our pak choy.
Okay, let's go.
And since history has proven that my word is not worth the paper I didn't write it on, I'm not going to promise what we're doing next. Hint, hint, wink, no. I'm just going to, yeah. It's then that day. I like how the sides of the tires are getting dusty. That's a neat add. So I need more bolts and more sheet metal. Okay. And apparently I've got a few metal scraps bouncing around. And I forgot to check and see what we need to actually make. Oh, do this. I need one more paint. I should do that before going to bed. Because you should just do stuff like that. And what do I have? So I have one battery component. I've got 3 of those. Only 1 sheet metal. See, I'm about to do public math, and you should know better than to do that. I need 5 more bolts. All right, in a bigger plot to plant things in. Use the controls. And get some sleep. Don't do that. Now I got a yawn. It's going to get me 3 of those. Man, that's just not enough. It needs so many of these battery components.
Ready to roll.
I'll say there's been a lot of things I've been ready to do, but I don't know that roll is good here because I can't seem to stay focused. I suppose that is the antithesis of being something new. Ooh, it gets a little squirrely trying to... Oh, there's Brodus. Okay, well, I still shouldn't try to steer... Wow, this is not fun. Put it back in this mode because otherwise we're going to hit something. Because I need to get more amber rock. All amberstone. Sorry. I knew what I meant.
This could be useful.
And apparently I'm going to need all the scrap metal from all of the planet to get that battery upgrade done. Oh, we got 6 of them out of that. Well, that makes it somewhat better.
I'll store this right here. It's foggy out there.
Yes, it is. And I do really think we are down to just the decorative blueprints for the canyon now.
That could come in handy.
So we are looking for the next level pickaxe when we get to the mountains again. Well, let's take a look. Nope, we still, okay. We have one more upgrade. So we have the axe 4. We still need the pickaxe. Really? That many more? Food and medicine, huh? We have two workstations left. And gnomes everywhere. I get that. That's just not something I think I'm ever going to do. And we're missing 2 paintings. Bummer. I wonder if the kayak shack has a painting. Right there. Stealing their coffee. And a dog treat. Which I'm not giving to him because I might need it for something. But it is not because I don't think he deserves it. He's been a good boy. And I'm yoinking some water.
Just what I need.
Oh, need more hyper thread.
Okay, let's go.
You'd like to think that's all I needed. I mean, you'd absolutely be wrong. Please have some more scrap metal.
Ah, another signal tower. Huh.
And that's all the hyper thread I can make right now, which is obviously not nearly enough. Egads. And again, we sleep. You know, with as many times as I'd looked at that, you'd think I'd know, but I don't. I need to check and see how many battery components I actually have. Just 2. And more bolts. Always with the bolts. Now I'm out of scrap metal. We did finally make it back here, which, you know, okay, I'll grant you, it took longer than I wanted, but such is life. I need to decide if I want to stay here and resource gather, try and get, I don't know why I did that. He's just going to dump them right here. Especially when I tell him to just dump them right here. Like that. Do I stay in the canyon and get more resources, or should I go back to the mountain? Things to think about for another day. Do we have any water? I have a little bit of water. Really don't know yet. At 99 corn, I don't know that I need to plant anymore. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed it. It was nice to discover a little bit more of the area and finally come to the realization that each of those domes in the research area was based on a biome. So I will see you next time. I hope you have a great day. And whenever your next time away from your job is, hope you get to go and enjoy English. Do I speak it? I hope you get to enjoy your time away from work. I will see you then.